Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to learn a little about the benefits of mediation. I'm here with Kimberly Taylor. Thanks so much for making time for us. Do you get this question a lot? Are people really getting to a point where they're finding out that mediation might be a better decision?
Yes, mediation has been steadily growing year over year. JAMS was founded over 40 years ago. And a lot of mediations were happening around community disputes. Some were referred to panels that were created by different courts as a way to try to get people to talk to one another and try to settle their cases without going to trial. It has steadily grown over the years and is now, for commercial cases, most business to business cases, it's very commonly used.
In terms of what they've been doing in the past, is it more expensive, less expensive? Should those things play a role in whether or not you decide upon mediation?
I think what's important to realize about mediation is that it is a way to get the parties out of a dispute much sooner in the process than if they were to arbitrate or to litigate. So it allows them to have some control over the process. They typically select the person, often an attorney or a retired judge, to help them come together, talk about what the dispute is about, and hopefully, and in most cases, reach a consensus and an agreed upon resolution that often will allow them to avoid expensive litigation costs and also allow them to go back to their business or repair relationships. And so the cost is well worth it compared to the difficulties, the time, the expense of traditional litigation.
Okay, so if a business is deciding whether or not to go this route, how do they find the right person? How do they find the right attorney? Is this, something that they can go to their attorney with and say, hey, this is an option that I'm looking for? How does that process begin for them?
Typically, the attorneys will have mediators in mind that they've used in the past or that have a good reputation. We have had a presence in Atlanta, for example, since about 1998. And so many of our mediators there and many of the other offices we have around the country are well known to the lawyers in the community. So they will often pick people they know have been successful in mediating different types of disputes in the past.
Excellent. Well, then I can't let you get out of here then without giving us a website. Is there a place where we can learn more? I'm sure people have questions about, again, those first steps. What do I do? Who do I turn to? How do I get started?
We are www.jamsadr.com, and the ADR stands for Alternative Dispute Resolution. And you can go to that website. There's a whole section on mediation, including its benefits, how to get started with it. And people can also look at the roster of what we call neutrals. And we say neutrals because they are typically attorneys or former judges who play a neutral role in the process to help the parties and their attorneys navigate, reach a compromise, hopefully reach a settlement agreement. And all of that information is on our website.
Excellent. Thank you so much for making time for us here today on Focus Atlanta. It was good to meet you.
You as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, please take the opportunity to visit the website and learn more. Mediation might, in fact, be a better route for you. Take the time to dig a little and see what you can find out. And thank you for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back with more.